Hey, good morning and welcome back to the shop here at New Traditions, Dulcimers and ukuleles and woodcrafts and all sorts of stuff here in Somerset, Indiana on the property of the New Traditions homestead right here in Somerset. Hey, this morning I'm doing a lot of binding work. So I've got 3 instruments that I'm going to cut the binding channels for, and then I will bind 2 with bloodwood, which is a red wood. You really can't see that, but that's what bloodwood looks like, and it finishes out really nice. But over the last couple of weeks I've been thinking about this instrument. This is western red cedar and mahogany with the one-piece back mahogany, which is kind of rare. I guess it's rare to get something that big, and I want to do something special with it. I've already done the wonky sound rosette, so I want to continue doing special things with this instrument. So I have a bunch of koa laying around here that I've got from a friend of mine, brought it home from their trip last year to Hawaii, and I thought, you know what, I'll cut some of that koa up and make my binding out of this koa. I've never used koa as binding. I was able to mill it and cut it to where it looks pretty pretty uniform. So I'm going to go ahead, when I cut my binding channels on this mahogany instrument, I'm going to go ahead and bind it with this red koa, and it may work, it may not. I know that when this koa is finished, it has a really nice finish to it, and it will complement the kind of plain Jane look of the mahogany. It won't pop like as if I used a curly maple or something like that, but it will really complement the color of this mahogany back and sides. And then of course it'll stand out with the western red cedar top as well. I'm not showing you very well here, but that's the idea. So we're cutting binding channels this morning on this tenor, on this concert, and on this tenor. And then once the binding channels are cut and this is bound, then I'm going to put a sound port on this instrument right here, and then we'll be ready for the necks and the bridges and the final setup. Boy, this pistachio is sure beautiful wood. Port Orford cedar, I love it. It's my go-to woods. So that's what we're doing here at the New Traditions, Dulcimers and Ukuleles and Woodcrafts on the New Traditions homestead in Somerset, Indiana. I'm going to cut bindings and start binding these instruments. What do you think of this rosette? I really like it. It was kind of nerve-wracking to make and nerve-wracking to cut, because this is really good, special western red cedar that I get from a very good friend of mine up in Washington State. Very straight grain, quarter sawn, great instrument wood. My hands were shaking as I was thinking about cutting this rosette inlay channel for this. But I like it. It's the rosette is made out of mahogany, which is from the same billet of this wood, and then it's trimmed with some light purfling. And yeah, and of course the neck will cover that part there. So it's all good. It's a wonderful day. It was a great weekend here. It was almost 60 degrees. Today's February 24th. Had a great day at church yesterday. Got a lot of work around the homestead done this weekend. And now we're ready for rain and possibly snow by Wednesday. Oh boy, can't wait. Anyways, that's it from New Traditions, Dulcimers, Ukuleles, and Woodcrafts from the New Traditions homestead here in Somerset, Indiana. Y'all have a great day, and Lord bless you guys.